For that new agent out there that's struggling, that's really wanting to get to your level, like what's some tips, what's some things you would share with them to get them to like speed them up so they can be Rebecca Davis, and instead of taking 4.5 years, they can do it in 1.5.
You have to treat this like a job. And so many agents, when they become self-employed, they've never been self-employed before, and they have no idea that just because you're self-employed doesn't mean you get to quit at 2 p.m. every day and go drink beer and get on the golf course or lay by the pool. I have a pool. I'd love to lay in it every day at 2 p.m.
Totally.
But
not yet though, right?
But no, you can't do that. This is a job, whether you are mornings or nights or however your schedule is.
Yes.
You've got to make a schedule. You've got to treat it like a job. Because if you don't, you're just going to go nowhere fast.
Today, I finally have in the hot seat the Medicare Wonder Woman herself, Miss Rebecca Davis.
Woo woo!
Welcome to Springfield.
Thank you, Cody.
Welcome back. You've been here a lot.
Been here a couple times, but as always, excited to be here.
Well,
I just love you guys and your team and what you got going on here.
Thank you. We love you. Your energy is contagious, infectious. She's amazing with people. As you get to know Rebecca, she cares about new agents and struggling agents and her clients as much as anyone I've ever been around, by the way. So kudos to you for that, which is huge. This is really cool. And you're doing a breakout at 8%.
I am.
Talking about starting at ground zero, which is really cool.
Yep, I wanted to do something for the new agents in the business. There's so much directed at kind of the mid-level agent to how to get to the next level, but nobody's ever addressing the people on how to get started. So I wanted to do something specific for that group of agents. Yeah,
that's awesome. And for those that are coming to 8% Nation and they come to your breakout on, I don't know if you're Saturday or Sunday morning, but for your breakout and they come, what can they expect? As a new agent, what can they expect to learn?
Well, when I started, if you know my story at all, my husband was deployed and it was a one-income household, so I didn't have a lot of free money to spend. I had a little boy in the house. And I had to get creative.
Yes.
And everybody knows about my grassroots tips and how I got creative generating leads. But I also got creative with other things like CRMs, calendars. There is so much free material out there that most people aren't aware of that you can start. And you may end up loving that program and stick with it for forever. I mean, we still have the same initial CRM today as I started with. And now I've added some other CRMs into it that are paid CRMs for other reasons. But our main CRM is still the same CRM, and it's still free.
What? That's crazy. So what you're telling me is they can be Rebecca Davis one day and make a lot of money and help a lot of people and not have to spend a ton of money along the way if they don't want to.
Absolutely not.
It's crazy.
When you grow up in the farm and ranch business, you learn, how to make money work for you and what to spend money on and what to not spend money on. I grew up with a very frugal family. And, why pay for something when there's something out there that'll be just as good or at least good enough for now while you're getting started until you're ready for that next.
Is that where your drive and hard work comes from? Is your family growing up on a ranch and a farm?
Oh, absolutely. I was raised by workaholics.
Yeah.
When you grow up in the farm life, the ranch life, everything comes first, besides you. So the animals get fed first, the animal in the morning, at night, they get taken care of first. If it's negative 2 degrees out there and the water lines are busted and you don't get to sit at home next to the fireplace, you got to go out and bust water and make sure all the animals get fed and watered in it. So yes.
What age did you start helping out on the farm like that?
Pretty much from day one. Wow. I don't remember not doing something,
That's crazy.
Age appropriate usually.
Yeah.
But something. I mean, little kids can drag water hoses and fill up water buckets,
It's true.
2-3 years old. They just,
that's crazy.
Just the ranch life.
And how did you transition? What did you bring with you? Obviously hard work, but what else did you bring with you when you came in the insurance business? And then also, how did you end up in the insurance business too?
Well, my dad trained for the public. So over the years as a kid, I got to watch him interact with different groups of people that were just backyard horse people, all the way up to, the people that own things like Walmart and Taco Bell's, the very wealthy. And I got to see him interact all those years with different types of people. And just, at the end of the day, he was a true, honest man to his word, no matter who he was talking to. And that's mostly what I bring to the table.
Wow.
I treat everybody the same. It doesn't matter if they're, on Medicaid or if they own the biggest house on the block. Everybody's equal in my eyes when it comes to that.
And your clients feel that too, don't they?
They do.
Yeah.
In fact, we were just nominated in our town. A lot of towns do this now where they have the best of
Yes,
in your town.
I saw that.
And we always get nominated for insurance.
Yeah.
But this year we got best of just across the board customer service.
Boom. That's awesome. Congrats.
So, and I actually am more proud of that than even, getting
You
ranked
should
for
be.
insurance. Because,
Yeah.
that's competing against every type of business in town. They're still voting right now. But as of
Yep.
right now, we're in the top 5 of best stuff for customer
That's
service in the
incredible.
entire town.
Because you would think like a restaurant
Mm-hmm.
or, there's I can think of other businesses, but I would think of like a restaurant being easier to win at customer service versus an insurance office.
Oh, insurance offices are not known for customer service.
No.
And I have a new agent. And funny enough, I was on vacation and I was in the office yesterday before I came here. And a client came in, we had to fix something for her. And she was really sick a couple of weeks ago when I was on vacation. I didn't know this. And my new agent helped her.
Mm.
And she had to rearrange her doctors and get her. I guess it was a big mess. And she just come in and she introduced herself to him. And then she told me she just raved about him to the point where she started to
Wow.
tear up. Like she was going to cry. She was like, I cannot believe how well he just took care of me. He's like, she knew he was new. She's like, you've
Yeah.
got a good one there.
That's
And I
awesome.
couldn't agree more. I just love hearing that.
That's so cool. Well, and what do you think has been something you've implemented in your agency that has specifically been reflected in that award? Like, what have you done that's got your team and your office to where today you're getting known for customer service?
Well, our core values, our first core
That's
value
awesome.
is called Canon Care,
Ah,
which is basically client care, but we nicknamed
Yes.
it Canon Care. And our clients come first. I'm
Yeah.
a true advocate in true customer service. There's no reason to chase new clients if your current clients aren't happy. You need to take care of your people because
Yep.
they're the ones that are helping you grow.
that's right. And internal people or external people?
Both.
Yeah.
Absolutely both.
Outernal. That's not really nice. It's more external, but there's Arkansas coming out. Yeah. So internal, so staff. Really both, but
Staff
you're
and
talking
your
about your staff.
clients both.
Yeah.
Both parties have to be, taken care of.
Yes. Okay. So when you forget, why did you choose to? You didn't grow up thinking I'm going to be an insurance agent. I'm going to be the Wonder Woman of Medicare, right?
Does anybody grow up thinking they're going to be an insurance
No.
agent?
Yeah. Dylan knew for sure he was going to be video and insurance people for a living. For sure.
I mean, this wasn't even like a employment thing at college or whatever. They
Yeah.
don't even have a table set up. They should though. I fell into insurance. I was actually managing chain retail stores. And
Which ones?
A store called the Shoe Department.
Okay. That's an
Texas.
original name.
Yeah, very original.
The shoe department.
And I was pregnant with my son at the time, and then had an emergency C-section.
Wow.
And when I saw him for the first time, I instantly knew right then I no longer wanted to work in basically corporate America. I didn't want to work 9 to 10, 9 to 11, weekends, holidays. That retail schedule
Yes.
is brutal, especially for families.
Yes.
And so I didn't want to do that anymore. I wanted to be able to have my holidays and my weekends and my nights to spend with my new son.
And his name's Cannon.
His name is Cannon.
Cannonball
Cannonball.
Solutions.
With a K.
With the K. That's the insurance office agency name, which is so cool. That's kudos to you for the creativity there. That's really cool.
It was fun. I mean, because it wasn't where I started. I started with State Farm, as you know.
Yes.
But when I finally decided to go on my own and we were trying to come up with names, I'm like,
Yep.
well, he's the whole reason why I'm even in the insurance business.
That's right.
So we come up with something clever to fit him in.
So you started in PNC.
PNC, Life and Health both. You have to have
PNC
both
and Life and
license
Health.
with State Farm.
Gotcha. And then how long until you transitioned to be independent and start your own agency?
I was with State Farm about 4 years.
Okay.
And then I started to transition, I guess I started in 2016 breaking away.
Okay.
But I didn't fully get totally away or totally independent, as you would say, and have everything contracted and all that until 2017 is when my agency doors actually opened.
Wow. You've done a lot in 4 years, let's call it.
Yeah. No, it hasn't
About 4
been.
years?
Yeah.
What month of 17?
Well, the doors opened right at the beginning of 17.
Okay. So about 4.5 years ish, almost.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You've accomplished a lot in 4.5 years. most people don't accomplish as much as you've accomplished. So let people in, whatever numbers you're comfortable sharing, on what you've accomplished, how many clients you guys service, like what your look looks like. You got a staff, you're doing, we'll just call it hundreds of thousands of dollars in revenue. Like you're doing very well.
We're doing well.
Yeah.
I'm blessed.
Never enough.
I'm one of those. I believe there is a point where enough is enough.
Okay.
But it's not about the money.
Yes, that's
it's
right.
about helping the people.
I love
and
that.
then it's about helping the new agents.
Do you think that's why you've grown so fast? Because it's never been about the money. It's just been about
I think so.
helping. And that's why you're known for customer service. You get a bajillion referrals and walk-ins every day. I mean,
I think that's a big part of it.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, it's about the money to agree. You got to be able to support your family and feed your family and things like that.
Is there a financial target you're after? When you said there's not really, maybe there is a point. Is there like a financial number, like a goal internally?
I think I'm a little ADD because I get bored.
Yeah.
So I get close to one. I'm like, oh, we're going to change this all up. Let's do something totally different now.
Yeah.
I would like, I mean, if we're going to be really honest,
Yeah.
I would be happy or content. I guess content's probably the best word.
Okay.
Once the renewals hit $1 million. Not the business, but just the straight renewals hit $1 million.
That's awesome. Well,
And then we'll have to
that'll
find a
happen
new
in
number.
3 years?
Probably sooner than that.
Probably sooner than that. How to go from like zero, just starting your own agency, to $1 million a year in renewals. Technically, you're thinking it'll be, let's call it 7 years, right? No, that's 2.5 more years, maybe sooner than that, maybe 6 years. So that's another 1.5 years, 18 months. That's freaking cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool. That's, did you think this would be reality for you?
No, no, not really.
Yeah.
I mean,
Does it actually feel like it's reality today, by the way, or not really? Or is it like,
It depends
or
on
is
the
it not
day.
caught up yet?
it depends on the day.
Yeah.
When you start thinking about, when you start dreaming, and you're
Yes.
like, I can't afford that.
Yeah.
Well, that wouldn't be hard. What is that? It's just like, wait a minute.
Is there anything you can't afford? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, there's plenty, I'm sure, obviously.
Well, I'm not ready for a plane.
I'm actually, what's funny is I haven't even mentioned this yet since you brought it up. The plane I was looking at, it's got like some issues going to have to be fixed from the inspection and flight. So I'm actually looking at like not even getting that one, just buying $1 million airplane and like spending a lot more money now. So it's like great, but so yeah. If you knew what I knew about planes, you could own a airplane. Maybe just would be one you're proud of, but you could own a plane because it's like the cost of a car sometimes if you get really cheap and old, which I'm not doing. But
I don't think anybody wants to buy a cheap old airplane.
cheap old plane, one from the 50s. Yeah,
You'll end up in the Bermuda Triangle.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. Where's your like personality come from? Humor. You're fun. Like you guys ever get a chance to hang out with Rebecca? She's just a blast to be around. We've been around each other, I would say, like actual consecutive days over the last several years. Probably a whole month at least.
Oh yeah, easily I would think.
That's cool though, right? That's awesome. Where's that come from?
I don't really know. I'm kind of a little bit of the black sheep when it comes to that. My dad, he is super friendly if you're in his element. So if you're talking about horses, cattle, ranchy, he'll talk your ear off. You get outside of his element, you start talking about computers.
Yeah. So he starts talking to your husband then.
Yeah, they don't talk much. Exactly. So, I mean, when it comes to that, though, he was always super friendly, he's, a man's man.
Yeah.
He don't drink, he don't cuss,
That's awesome.
he doesn't do any of that. As honest as the day is long.
Yeah.
And then my mother, is a little bit, in a way, more like my husband, more introverted.
Yeah.
She wasn't super friendly. But if you're on her team, there wouldn't be anything she wouldn't do for you.
That's awesome.
Nothing.
That's
Now,
awesome.
you had to be in her circle.
Yeah.
But if you were lucky enough to be in her circle, she would, she'd end up in jail for you.
Wow.
Absolutely, 100% would go to jail for you.
That's awesome. And not a lot of people like that.
No. So my parents are very loyal. They were married for 47 years before she passed. And,
Oh man.
so I got to see that,
Wow.
thick and thin.
That's special
Yeah.
and rare. You don't see that a lot nowadays. So that's really cool. And then you think about it now, like, I think that's where not only your drive, but your humility, your care for people, your loyalty. You seem like someone that's like incredibly loyal, just naturally to your core.
I am, but like a few years ago, I switched uplines, and that was so hard. It took me 6 months to make that decision.
Wow.
It was the right decision, but it took me forever. And then, and this is, going back to my team and, believing in them. Yes. I didn't make that decision fully. It wasn't just my decision to make. I pitched it to the entire team. Be like, this is my thoughts. This is what I think we can get done over here. This is what we're not getting here. And I had them vote, and I had them vote on it anonymously so they could answer honestly. And every one of them, it wasn't even on the ballot, but every one of them said, whatever you think back.
Now that is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That shows how impressive a leader you are if they're just like.
But I try to include them. This is their business too. That is cool
though. Yes.
I mean, my LOAs, yes, they work for me. But my downlines, this is their business as well.
Yeah. And
they should have some say in where their business goes.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And for that new agent out there that's struggling, that's really wanting to get to your level, like what's some tips, what's some things you would share with them to get them to like speed them up so they can be Rebecca Davis, and instead of taking 4.5 years, they can do it in 1.5. 3x faster.
Being in the room is so true.
Okay.
I mean, being in the room, you get to talk to people that have been there, done it before.
Yeah.
And you can cut through some of the red tape and the BS, mind you.
That's right.
By getting some firsthand experiences, and somebody's probably already tried what you're thinking, and they either A, did it better, or know how to tweak it for you, or B, it was a complete flop and they can tell you why. So if you still want to do it, at least you know not to do this exact approach. Try this approach, and maybe it'll work for you. So I do believe getting in the room could be huge. But I mean, more than that though, you have to treat this like a job. And so many agents, when they become self-employed, they've never been self-employed before, and they have no idea that just because you're self-employed doesn't mean you get to quit at 2 p.m. every day and go drink beer and get on the golf course or lay by the pool. I have a pool. I'd love to lay in it every day at 2 p.m.
Totally.
But
not yet though, right?
But no, you can't do that. This is a job. Whether you are mornings or nights or however your schedule is, you've got to make a schedule. You've got to treat it like a job. Because if you don't, you're just going to go nowhere fast.
Yes. And you don't want to go nowhere fast.
No.
You want to go somewhere fast.
Yes.
How many clients do you and your team manage now?
The team, I have no idea.
You don't even know?
No.
Thousands?
Not if we're counting the team. Yeah, I don't even know.
Thousands?
Yeah.
How many team members do you have now?
We're up to...
I know you're staffing up a little bit.
Yeah. So. Well, the full team, we're up to about 50 if you count the downlines and stuff.
Okay, good.
But in the office, we just completely flipped staff. So we're back up to par now, which is 5 of us in the office. Okay. But I'm trying to put 5 more in there.
Wow. And how's that been? Kind of. How do I say this? Flipping the staff, kind of having to rebuild over time. How's that been lately? Like 5, you got a new 5 staff probably than you had a few years ago.
Yeah, well, from a couple months ago.
Yeah,
I mean, we've just changed in the last couple months.
Yeah,
I had some of my main staff retire, and I go on to do other things, and we had to bring in all new blood. And
how's that been?
Well, it was interesting at first.
Not easy.
No. But right now it's good.
Good.
I mean, they're still learning.
Yeah.
But it's good.
You can have them do some stuff and help you while you're at the workshop the next couple of days, by the way.
Yeah. They email me. I got to check my emails constantly because, they get all kinds of questions yet they don't know the answers to.
Well, they're new.
But, I'm not new anymore. With my old staff, I was new as far as being independent. It's different. Right. I'm different.
Yeah. So, are you starting to delegate more than you used to?
Maybe a little.
Okay.
Maybe a little.
Good.
Maybe just a little. I have a personal assistant now.
Okay, good. Good. Okay, so talk about that, because there's a lot of people that end up with a big agency, thousands of clients, and they just end up doing it all because that's how they just think it's supposed to be, And for a while it is. Why don't you talk about some of the transition phase of Because you've been in those areas to where you're doing it all.
Oh, absolutely. And some days I still feel like it, but then there's other things, I think the personal assistant made a big difference.
Yeah.
Because I was delegating stuff to the staff, whether they're salespeople or customer service, stuff that they help me with or, sales or whatever. But it still wasn't really taking anything off my personal workload plate because that's the office workload.
Yes.
I mean, there's things I do like commissions and payroll and, things like that they don't touch. And so bringing on, I think the personal assistant has been a bit of a game changer for me as far as.
That's awesome to hear.
And it's still new.
Yeah.
Like I'm still teaching her how we do the commissions and how to break it apart and how to pay everybody. But I mean, she's learning and we do it together. We've done it together the last few times, but eventually I'm going to be able to hand that off to her.
Right.
And that's, especially when I'm traveling.
How nice is that?
Oh my gosh. I can't wait.
I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like Kelly's booked 3 speaking engagements with flights and hotels today.
Yeah.
I didn't have to do any of it,
So I haven't allowed her to book my flights and hotels yet.
Okay.
She's done some research and told me what prices are and times and stuff. But I kind of like booking my own travel. Okay. But what she does,
and she'll get to know what you like. Like I like sitting either right behind first class or first class. Yeah. Call me spoiled.
And I've got to have a window.
Yeah, I like having a window as well. Yeah. I always want to have my TSA pre-check number on there so I can go through security faster. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's funny. Like I like main cabin plus or extra or whatever, or first. There's some of those little things. I don't want to check a bag if I don't have to. That kind of stuff.
She gets on me if I haven't done a TikTok recently or I need to do a YouTube
That's
video.
Good.
Yeah, she gets on me, reminds me.
Okay, good. Awesome. Okay, so in the TikTok thing, like you've done quite a bit on TikTok. You get quite a few leads from TikTok.
I do.
I think this can become a little TikTok clip, by the way, from this video.
In fact, my most recent TikTok lead was just the other day, and the lady asked me to marry her.
Oh my gosh!
More than once.
Because she loves you.
More than once.
Is it under Rebecca Davis or no?
At Medicare Wonder Woman.
I should have known.
And it's not a great big following yet. But that's what I tell agents that talk to me about it.
5,200 followers for TikTok. That's pretty freaking good. I thought you were going to have like 47 over here. No, it's not that many. It's not that big. It's over 5,000.
No, it's not. Compared to TikTok, it's not that big. But what I try to stress to agents that it's not so much who's following you, but who sees you on TikTok.
Yeah.
And because it's been a lead generating machine. Even with just 5,000 people on it, it was started
17,000 likes.
It started to be a lead generating machine when I got to about 1,000.
Wow.
Followers.
So you get leads how often now from TikTok?
Every day.
Every day?
Mm-hmm.
Tell Cassidy to up our TikTok. Come on, Cassidy, up our TikTok game. Was there one specific video that went viral?
Yes, there is one. On TikTok, you've got to talk fast.
Yeah, it was like
60 seconds.
60 seconds, okay.
And I was explaining.
More than Snapchat back in the day.
We had this couple that came in that was Hispanic, and they've been on Medicare a couple of years, but all they had was straight Medicare. They only made like $500 between them.
Wow.
They're having their Part B deducted. And I was just explaining on TikTok how we were able to get their Part B back, how we were able to, get them on insurance that picked up all the deductibles, got them dental, vision, hearing, all that rigmarole.
Yep.
And it blew up.
You gotta check out her TikTok. I'm over here checking it out.
And then I mix it up. I post some stuff with Canon on there, and I'll share a funny video. It can't be 100% business all the time.
Yep. How many views did that one have? Do you know?
Like 80,000 or something.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Yes. It basically doubled their income in a couple hours. This one. Yeah. Wow. 11,000 likes almost 80,000 views. That's incredible. You learn something every day, folks. I mean, shoot, is it Medicare leads off TikTok?
Yes.
That's crazy. Well, Scott Sims is probably getting them by the hour.
Yeah, he is. He's got a huge following.
Yeah,
and TikTok's part of the reason why we decided to go national. Because I was getting leads from all these crazy states that I wasn't in.
18,000 followers.
Oh, he's huge.
What are seniors doing on freaking TikTok?
Well, there are some seniors on there, but a lot of it is their kids or their grandkids. I've had grandkids literally bring their grandparents to my office from TikTok.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. TikTok. You're TikTok famous, Rebecca.
I don't know about that.
What do you get to 10,000 followers first?
Yeah,
That's
10,000
cool, though.
followers. Yeah, you start getting monetized at 10,000.
Do you really?
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to keep it up.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it's fun too.
You like TikTok or YouTube better
I like TikTok better.
for now?
I like TikTok better. It's short and sweet.
It is short and sweet.
It's 60 seconds.
It's easier to do a video.
And I don't have to come up with all this downloading, uploading, cutting, pasting.
That's funny she's thinking that though, but like for me, I was like, oh, TikTok was so overwhelming for me. And I have we have 1,700 videos on YouTube, and TikTok was overwhelming for me. Like, which is so crazy, so mind blowing. But it's what someone gets comfortable with, right?
It's so funny on social media what you like and don't like, or you can come from. I cannot figure out Instagram for the life of me.
I don't like Facebook, but I love Instagram. How weird is that?
Yeah, I cannot figure it out. Like, I'm like, how do these people even get engagement on here? I get like 3 likes on something.
Yeah, well, Facebook.
And it's you and
Instagram,
Lauren and
yeah,
Derek.
yeah. That's true. That's true. That's awesome. Well, what do you think's been the biggest secret to go from 0 to $1 million in renewals in 6 years? You still got about a year, 18 months or so to accomplish that. Whatever, right? What would you say is like some tips to get there? Because you've been crazy successful. Like for those who don't know your story, and you were on 8% virtual. For you weren't on 8% virtual. Rebecca spoke to thousands of agents and did a killer job. She's doing a breakout at 8% Nation 2021. We talk at least probably every week at some point now on social or chat or a text or something. And I've just loved like your spirit and getting to know you and having you on the team. You know, like there's some people that come in town the team's not excited about. They're always excited when Rebecca Davis is coming to town. You know, so thank you for that.
Oh, it's so fun. But to answer your question, you know, as we were talking earlier, loyalty goes a long ways.
Yes.
You know, if your clients are loyal to you, you have to be loyal to them.
Yep.
And what that means is when they call and need help, you've got to fix their problems.
Yeah.
No matter how many times they call with the same question because they just don't get it.
That gets annoying though, doesn't it?
It can. But, you know, that's what
it doesn't seem to bother you though.
That's what we signed up for.
Yeah, that's true.
And
that's true.
you've got to take, as you say, some responsibility. Because this is what you signed up for. When you absolutely. When you sign up to sell Medicare, you're dealing with the senior population that are confused easily, that did not grow up with technology. You know, they're on a whole different level. You signed up to take care of our older population. And if you want the older population to refer you business, to stand by you when Joe Namath is calling every goddamn day. Oh, sorry, can I say that? You want them to stand by you, then you have to stand by them and their needs. I mean, at the end of the day, this is a customer service business.
Yes, it is.
And you keep and gain clients by the way you treat them.
Yes.
You can make 1,000 phone calls a day and you can gain 100 clients. But if you don't treat them right, you're going to have to do the exact same thing tomorrow because you're going to lose those same 100 clients you just gained.
That's about as good of a way to end this as I can think of, by the way. I can tell you're really passionate about helping our senior population, Medicare, your people in your office, your local prospects. I mean, what you're doing is you're leading from the front and you're being an example, not just for female agents, by the way. You are being an example for agents and agency owners everywhere that are trying to do something big and to get on your level one day. Okay, so thank you for everything that you do. Thank you for leading from the front like you do. Thanks for spending a few minutes on video with us today.
Thank you, Cody.
You're welcome. Okay, go check this lady out, Rebecca Davis, Medicare Wonder Woman. Love her. She's incredible. And we'll have her on again very soon.
Hey, if you enjoyed this, I got another one you're going to love. It's right there. Click on it. See you in there.
This is like the one sales tip that could just totally change the game in some agent's life. I want to go a couple more minutes. I know you have 20 agents currently, 21 with manager. You have one. They're averaging 1.4.